Welcome back to GetX AIML. Today we will start with some examples on permutations, then carry forward with combinations, and we'll try to solve more problems on permutations and combinations. Okay, let us take the first example. What it says: how many different ways 4 students can be seated in 4 chairs? There are 4 students and there are 4 chairs. Okay. Now, on how many different ways they can be seated? Why it is a permutation problem? Because if a student S1 sits here, S2 sits here, S3 sits here, S4 sits here, this is a different order. Okay. If S4 sits here, S1 sits here, S3 sits here, okay, S2 sits here, this is a different order. So now you have to find out in how many ways, different ways, can 4 students be seated in 4 chairs. Okay. So very simple. Let us take these 4 students. Okay, this is the first chair. Okay, so let us say that one student, any out of these 4 students, will occupy this place. Okay, one student. Then, so how many ways we can do? See, first student can take this chair in 4 ways, right? Okay, oh, that is one path. Now, so left out 3 chairs and 3 students now. Okay, so one student is occupied. Now, out of these 3 students, we will pick one student and he can occupy this in 3 ways. Okay, why it is product rule? If you remember that line diagram, see, this is one. So, one first student is here, second may be here, third may be here, or another may be here, right? So, that means what? It can be permutations of or arrangements of in any of these orders. First student with second student here, here, or here. Okay, if second student is here, okay, then it can, other students can be here, here, or here. That's why it is a product. Now the second student occupies, say, here. Now 2 students are left. Okay, now how many chairs are left? So 2 chairs are left. So one student, if I pick out of 2 students left out, okay, so he can occupy this in 2 chairs, any one of the chair. Okay, so he has 2 options, these 2. Then we'll be left with only one student. Okay, now this one student has to occupy this chair only left out chair. So this is one, can occupy in only one way. So this is nothing but 24, or you can say 4 students placed in 4 chairs, 4p4. Okay, 4 factorial. So that is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 4 factorial. This is equal to 24 divided by 0 factorial. And you remember this 0 factorial is nothing but 1. Okay. The answer is 24. The next example. In how many ways 3 students can be selected and arranged from a group of 6? They have to be selected and arranged. This is a keyword here, right? So there are 6 students, a group of 6 students, and then you have to choose 3 students out of him. Okay, and then form a group. Now they has to be arranged. That means student 1, student 2, student 3. Okay, so the order changes, or student 3, 2, 1. So the permutation, it's a permutation problem, right? So the answer will be 6p3. So 6p3 is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial is 3 factorial. This comes out to be 120. Okay, so don't worry, as you solve more problems and you practice more problems, definitely you will be able to solve them. Right, one will be able to understand whether it's a permutation problem or a combination problem, and whether to apply division rule, multiplication, a product rule, sum rule, or subtraction rule. One more example. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed using digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with no repetition? Okay, so to use these digits only once. 3-digit number they are asking. So among 5 digits, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let us say 3 digits have to form. Okay, so now the same way, out of 5, this 5 can occur here. Okay, next in that way. So I have to choose 5 out of 5. I have to arrange 3 digits. So why it is a permutation problem? If you observe here, if I choose 1 here, 2 here and 4 here. Okay. Similarly, if I same 3 digits, if I place 1 here, 4 here, 2 here. See, 124 is different than 142, right? That's why it's a permutation problem. 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 3 factorial is 2 factorial. So this comes out to be 60. Okay. Next, how many ways can 4 books be arranged on a shelf if one specific book must be at the end? Let us say there are 4 books. Let us name them as book 1, book 2, book 3 and book 4. And there is a shelf where I have to place this. Okay, so assume there are 4 slots that this books can be placed. And they are saying that if one specific book must always be at the end, okay, you choose a one of the specific book. So let us say I will take B3. This one book compulsorily has to be here. So what is the possible choice? So it can be placed in only one way book. Okay. Now there are 3 more slots left here. And how many books? We have chosen B3 for this example. So 3 books are left, right? So these can be arranged into, so this is one way, 1 into this, choose 3 books out of 3 books available. So 3p3. 3p3 is nothing but 3 factorial, that is 6. Okay. Next, in how many ways can 5 people be seated around a circular table? Okay, so this is a circular permutation. Let us try to understand this concept first. Let us say we have 3 people, A, B, C. Okay, so they have to be arranged in a row or in a line. So now if they are arranged in a single row or a line, how will you arrange them? So let us say this is A, B followed by C. This is 1. Let us like this. A, B and C. So if it is a straight line, that is in a single row, if they are arranged, so this is the permutation, right? So this is directly you can write it as 3p3, or that is answer is 6. Why 6? Because see, it is arranged in a row like this. So it can be A, C, B. This is another permutation. Then I can have B, A, C. Then I can have B, C, A. Then I can have C, A, B. Then I can have C, B, A. So these are the 6 ways possible. That's why you got answer as 6. Now see, here it is a linear permutation. Linear means arranged in a row or a straight line. When it comes to circular permutation, you cannot directly apply like this. Why? See, let us take the same example. I have this A, B, C are arranged in a circle. Okay. Let us say this is A, this is B seated here, and this is C. Okay. Now you see. Now in the circular permutation, see, I don't have a starting point here, okay, because it's all repetition. See, A, B, C, B, C, A, C, A, B. So I don't have a starting point because it's a circle. Here is a straight line. I have a starting point, right? Starting point. But in a circle, where is the starting point? Okay, initially there is no starting point. So what I have to do? I have to fix one point as a starting point. Okay. So now once I fix this, split this circle into straight line. Now starting with A, if I split this, okay, it will become like this, right? But I have fixed this position, right? I have fixed this position. Once I fix this position, this can be done in only one way. Okay. Now, these two can be swapped, can be BC or TB. So this can be done in two ways. So for circular permutations, what is the answer? They are arranged in circular permutation. There's three people. It is 2 into 1, or you can write 2 factorial. See, for example, in this case, n equal to 3. If we generalize this, you will get n minus 1 factorial. For circular permutations, it is n minus 1 factorial. So for this, answer is 5 minus 1 factorial, that is 4 factorial equal to 24. Okay, you understood why the circular permutation, that's the concept here. Okay, or else you can also use the division rule. Let us say see, when I have a circle here A, B, C, I don't have a specific point. Okay, I cannot identify a point, I have to fix a point. Now if you consider without fixing a point, so A, B, C, all these combinations, so how many combinations? 6 combinations are possible, but all of them are similar. So what you do, you basically take P3 divided by what? You will apply the division rule, right? Because A, B, C are repeated, so indistinguishable. I don't know where to start. That's why you write it as, you get it as 2. So if you generalize it again, if for a linear permutation it is n factorial. For circular permutation we will do n factorial divided by n, right? Number of people or number of items. This is nothing but what? N into n minus 1 factorial divided by n. I can write like this. So this is nothing but circular permutation. It is n minus 1 factorial. Okay, this is how you have to understand the concept. Next, a different problem. How many permutations can be formed from the letters of the word level? L-E-V-E-L. They are given this. How many permutations can be formed? There is, we'll count the number of letters or characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 letters can be arranged in 5 factorial ways. Okay. This is a permutation problem, because why? Anywhere you place these letters, the meaning changes, right? Semantics changes. So 5 factorial divided by, now see, L is repeated twice, E is repeated twice. Okay, that's why I have to apply the division rule. 5 have to divide because L here, both L's, if you see it, 1 and 5, the L's are indistinguishable. That means I cannot distinguish between which L I am placing where. And similarly for E, that is repeated items. So L divided by 2 factorial, E for divided by 2 factorial. So this answer comes out to be 30. This is how you have to solve. Next, from 7 people, how many ways can one president, one vice president, and one secretary can be formed? See, it's a permutation problem. Why? See, all the roles are different. Okay. If these were same, then I could have chosen. For example, choosing 3 people from 7 people is a combination problem, not permutation, because the order doesn't matter. But here specifically I am saying one is president, one is vice president, and one is secretary. So the arrangement order matters. So it's a definitely a permutation problem, not combination problem. So be very careful. So 7p3 is, I think it will get 210. Next, in how many ways can the letter of the word school be arranged such that S and C are together? Let us say school. What they are saying, these two should be together. Let us put this together. And how to solve such problems? When you say they are together, you count it as only one letter. Okay, so H is second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, now 5 different letters are there because SCR fixed as one letter. You assume like that. So this can be done in 5 factorial ways. Now there is a repetition here, double O. So divided by 2 factorial. Now it is not done yet. Into because S, C are together, but they are not saying S followed by C. It can be C, S also. That's why we have to multiply, right? This is one combination among these combinations. So there are two possible combinations. So this is to multiply by 2. So answer is 120. Next. How many 4 digits numbers can be formed using the digits 1 to 6? So I have given, you are given 6 digits 1 to 6. Okay. Now 4 digit number has to be formed 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. See, whenever digits and numbers are to be formed, this is permutation problem because 123 is different from 132 when using the same 3 digits, right? So now, such that number starts with an odd digit. It should this place should contain odd number. Which are the odd numbers? Okay, you see here 1, 3, and 5 are the odd numbers. That means this place can be filled in 3 ways, right? This way can be filled in 3 ways. Now, left out are how many? So, one odd number is taken, which I don't know, but 2 odd numbers are left out and 3 even numbers are left out. So, total 5 digits are left out. From 5 digits, I have to arrange, okay, how many? 3 places, 1, 2, 3. So 3 into 5p3. 3 into 5p3 is, I think, 3 into 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So this is equal to 180. You get 180. Okay? That is how you have to solve it. Next. How many ways the letters of the word apple be arranged if p's must be together? Similar problem you have solved. But here if you observe, all p's must be together. Let us say this p together and make it as one letter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is nothing but 4 factorial. Now, see, PP is together. Okay, this is one letter, so I will not divide by 2 here. But now, how many ways this can be arranged? PP. In the previous it was SC, right? So you arrange it as CS. So here also say this PP is can be arranged in 2 ways. This P first and this P, or this P first and this P. But since they are indistinguishable, you cannot distinguish between them. They are repeated. So again you have to divide it by 2. So whenever there are same letters, you can write it as 1. So it can be done in only one way, or like this. Whichever concept you follow, you can follow. So it is 4 factorial, that is 24. Okay. So only if the characters are different, then the permutation can be taken different number of ways. If they are same, they are indistinguishable. No, even if you take the permutations, still you have to divide because they are indistinguishable. So it is anyway, it will be one way only. Okay. We'll solve many more problems on permutations, examples on permutations, then combinations, and then we'll solve very like questions, problems. Okay. So those problems, solutions are not given in my book. So all those solutions will be given in the video lectures. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends who are interested to learn data science. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video.